Hey guys, I'm Practical Gaming, and we're back again for another installment of the top 3 indie games that I found this month. Now, as you know, I'm doing this as a monthly thing, and the last video was so well received that it gave me a lot of energy and belief that what I'm doing is the right thing and it's a lot of fun for you guys to watch. So I want to thank you for that first and foremost. I know how hard it can be to find really good indie games, and that's what I'm trying to do with this video. I do the hard work so you don't have to. This month we have a bit of a mix this time. We have some high-paced games and some more slower and more relaxing gaming experiences. All the games are free, and I'll leave a link to their Steam page in the description below so that if you like them, then you can give them a go. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first one is Furi by Demibug. This game is very different to the games I usually play, but I'm glad I found it because it is very addictive. This intriguing online arena brawl has you rolling beasts with different abilities against your opponent to be the last one standing. Once your health hits 0, it's game over, but if you win, you gain rewards which can be used to unlock chests and gain more XP. You can hit your opponent directly or ricochet them off dangerous objects, which change based on the map. You can also use other neutral beasts which also have health and damage as a way to harm them. Each beast has a different amount of health and how much damage they can deal, as well as max roll speed and predictive distance, so you can choose the best one for you. However, you can change these attributes in game with certain power-ups like health and yellow potions which help progression. Collect enough yellow potions and you can gain more unlockable abilities in game to help you win. You can also customize your beast as well by changing trail and your trash talk to suit your needs. There are multiple ways to attack your opponent and gain the upper hand, and you have to consider what abilities your opponent may have, the map you're currently in, and the items that are available, so it takes quite a bit of strategy and also a lot of luck in order to win. For this kind of game, I wish there were more online members to play against, but I do understand how hard it is for an indie game to gain an audience. If you want to try something a bit different with beasts, rolling, and brawling against your mates, then this game is for you. Next up we have Red Hot Vengeance by Bros Before Giraffes. One of the weirdest games I've played in a while, but it was worth every second of playing it. This top-down action-packed shooter has you playing as a hitman who seeks vengeance on their employer. You go through various missions throughout the story where your objective changes each time. However, the main idea is to kill basically anything that's holding a gun. You have a wide range of weapons such as pistols, SMGs, shotguns, assault rifles, dual-wielding guns, or even your bare fists, which is stupid because the enemies have bullets. You pick up ammo and health from your enemies and can unlock weapons as you go, which can be collected from the boot at the start of each level. It sounds simple enough, but they literally don't stop shooting, and the difficulty can skyrocket when there are multiple enemies. I can't count the amount of times I got killed purely because I was too eager to go in for the kill when there was 5 of them all holding shotguns. You have to use the corners, isolate enemies, and use the map wisely to gain the edge. This is just a story mode. However, there's also the option to create your own levels and have other people play them with objectives in mind, which I didn't get the chance to do, but it's a cool feature nonetheless. This game, more so than any other game on this list, feels the most like an indie game in the sense that they focus a lot on the game mechanics more than anything else. Low poly graphics, very simplistic artwork, and voice acting that is essentially just one guy.
Her sides rose slowly as she gasped for air.
You can tell this is an idea that someone just had in their room one day and decided to lay it all out, which gives it a certain charm which I cannot ignore. But I really enjoyed this game, and the fast-paced shoot 'em up gameplay is something I always crave for no matter how old I get. And finally we have Atma by, well, Team Atma. A 2D pixel art adventure game that has you take on the role of Atma, who's the lover of Shia, and Shia is the guardian of the living and the spirits. The story starts with Shia trying to forge an Urja, a powerful artifact that dictates the balance of the world. He wishes to do this prematurely to grant the world safety. However, this is forbidden, and he's punished by being trapped between the real world and the spirit world. This lets spirits travel between worlds easily, and your job as Atma is to bring him back and restore balance. Throughout the journey, you'll come across puzzles which will halt your progress, and to get through you need to use a mechanic called Mantra Mode. Here you have different abilities like blowing gusts of wind and drawing objects together, which is helpful for taking out enemies, forging paths, and sealing lost spirits. The puzzles weren't too taxing, and they used the different abilities of the Mantra Mode well to give them a bit more variety. The controls in using this were pretty solid, however they do advise using a gamepad, which I struggled to see to be honest, as I felt the mouse and keyboard to be a bit more intuitive. The game without a doubt is one of the most gorgeous pixel art indie games I've seen this year. The artwork is phenomenal and reminds me of the cover art for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Also, the way they use the camera in the cutscenes to give that sort of parallax effect really makes the story come alive. They go in depth into what Shia and Atma's relationship was with the villagers through interactions, and we start to unravel Shia's motives for doing what he did. The music for this game uses a lot of string and flute instruments that helps support a very calming and relaxing experience, as this is a very slow paced game. And by slow I mean slow. As in you can't run anywhere. Or you can, and they never told me, because getting to and from places in this game took way too long, especially for a game that looks so good. I wanted to explore every single bit of it. There isn't a lot wrong with this game except for one glaring mishap, which is you can't load the game again. I exited the game late in my playthrough and joined back in again only to get a loading screen that was there for 5 to 10 minutes. It seems to load back fine if you kept the application running beforehand, but as soon as you quit, that save data is now lost. The only options are to play it all the way through in one go, which is very doable, or you have to start all over, which is very frustrating. All in all, I did enjoy the experience and I wish there was more game for me to play. Just make it a bit faster and actually load properly, and then we're Gucci. Well, that's it from me. If you enjoyed, then leave a like, subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment down below about what you thought about this month's top 3 indie games. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.